You know what's funny? I don't know how funny this is, but maybe you will find it funny. I sometimes find it funny, sometimes I find it sad. You know what's funny? We do this thing. We hide our emotions, our darker feelings, our sadness, frustration, anger, judgments, depression from other people because we care for them, because we don't want to hurt them, right? I mean, many of us are just afraid of showing these feelings. Many don't even know that they exist. But some of us are saying that we don't want to share these feelings because we don't want to hurt other people, because we want to be nice, because we care. We don't want to load them with our worries. Well, how nice of you. Guess what? You are hurting the other person by not sharing your true feelings. We are way more sensitive and intuitive beings than we give ourselves credit for. We are constantly feeling each other. We are resonating with each other on so many different levels, way beyond just mental and words and body language. I can almost physically see when a person is suppressing or holding on to something, to an emotion, and instead trying to show another face, trying to be nice, pretend. I can literally see a barrier that is created between the two people. It usually stays on a very shallow, meaningless, small talk level, and the conversation, the interaction is energy draining, and it creates so little true connection between the people. And by now I have experienced it over and over and over again, that when we show up, when we share ourselves truly, authentically, openly, vulnerably with another person, it creates such a deep and loving connection. We see each other, we feel each other, we understand each other. And the layers get dissolved, the layers between us get dissolved. And I'm not saying that we should complain on and on and on about stuff that worries us and just blah, blah, blah. But, and it takes practice to learn how to communicate in this way, to reprogram our conditioning of suppressing these feelings. I have been learning conscious, open, authentic, vulnerable communication for about 3 years now, and I'm still constantly deepening it and refining it and learning better tools, and it still does not work with every single person, and it probably won't. Of course, the two people communicating, or more than two, have to be both willing to go there. They have to be open for it. As an example, my relationship with my mom. So we've always had quite a nice connection, but we never really shared super deep stuff with each other. I remember I would never feel really comfortable crying in front of her, and I used to hide a few things from her. And as I started to practice this, I slowly also started to practice it with my mom. And in the beginning it was quite challenging. She had a lot of resistance to it. There were a lot of road bumps, and I had to adjust to our connection. I had to refine and make it in a way that works for us. Slowly she started seeing the benefit of this type of communication and how much deeper and authentic our communication and connection started to become with these practices. And then eventually she started even reading books like nonviolent communication and implementing those things with me. And now I can honestly really say that our connection is just, it's so much deeper and so much more authentic. And I can definitely say that I can share everything with her, and I'm here for everything that she needs support with. We really listen to each other, we empathize with each other, we hold space for each other, we only give each other advice if the other person asks for it. Our conversations are almost always energizing, they are transformational, they are so inspirational. I would really love to see more of these barriers be torn and dissolved between people, and it's so worth it. So worth it. If you're interested, I could recommend reading Nonviolent Communication by Marshall Rosenberg, or watching some of his videos and like entire courses on YouTube, reading Radical Honesty, and going to Authentic Relating, Conscious Communication, Radical Honesty workshops and retreats. They're pretty all over the world. And that's how it has changed my life so much. Yes. Ooh. And I challenged myself to make a video outside. It feels so vulnerable.